I am so excited to introduce this gentleman. I've gotten to know him over the past little while. He's a wonderful man. He has an MBA and an MCA. He's a chartered accountant. He works for PwC. He's a superstar businessman, soon to be a superstar comedian. Put your hands together for Raj Kothari, everybody. All right.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? Are you having a good time? Now, let's give a hand to all the people who preceded me here. They did really do a great job. I am really excited to be here today. I've always wanted to be on a stage and perform. But this is my chance of my lifetime. You know, when I was young, I always wanted to be a Bollywood star. I thought I had the looks, the charm, but I did lack the skills to act, to dance, and to sing. So I did the next best thing. I became an accountant. So when I got a note from Kate saying, Raj, I would like you to do this gig, I was quite excited. I sent it to my girls. Now, guys, don't get any funny ideas. When I say girls, I meant my 3 wives and my daughter. No. Sorry. I can only handle 1 wife. So it's my wife and 3 daughters. So it's interesting to see how they reacted. My eldest daughter sends me this. My second daughter sends me this. And my third daughter, who's an actor, living my dream, a little more expressive, sends me this. Now, with this kind of support from my family, I turned to my colleagues at PwC. And I tell you, true to PwC's culture and values, they teamed, they collaborated, and put a great set of jokes together for me. I have them here with me. If you don't mind, bear with me. Let me open this envelope. Fuck. This says Moonlight. Who's responsible for putting these envelopes together, Bill? Is it KPMG or E&Y? You know, what I lack in the talents to sing, to act, to dance, I do make up in my fashion sense. Won't you agree? Now look at my tie. Look at my pocket square. Look at my glasses. They all match. And that's no accident. And you know, if you're wondering, I'm wearing the sexiest underwear that Raj could buy today. Now, because this is a charity, for anybody who is willing to bid $100,000, I'll pick my pants down. Any bidders? Anyone? Bueller? 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 Can't find it. Now, it's not difficult to be the best dressed man in my office these days. You know? Half the office is wearing tight jeans, yoga pants, and tight t-shirts. This is an office, James Dean. Put on a goddamn tie. Are we here to balance books? Or do the dog thing, the yoga thing? What do they call it? I can't even remember. Downward dogs. Downward dogs. Are we here to do downward dogs? You know, the only people who dress really well in my office are my gay friends. And they really look good, just like me. You know, and that is because they and I spend a lot of time in the closet. Now, we don't have an office runway, but we do have the hallways, and we, the gay men and I, do rock in those hallways. You don't believe me? Have a look at this.
I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan. I'm a model, you know what I mean, and I do my little turn on the catwalk, yeah, on the catwalk.
Look out! You know, I didn't tell you how my wife reacted to the request to do this gig before you. She's a tough lady. And she's here tonight. She wasn't very pleased. She says, Raj, you've got no sense of humor. You're an accountant. You know, she does all the, and many of you know that. She does all the driving in the family, 100% of it. I do 100% backseat driving. Watch out for that car. Turn right, turn left. Just look at that hole there. And that drives her crazy. One day, we were stopped by the cops. The cop approaches my wife and says, Missy, you've been speeding. I respond to the cop. I said, Officer, I've been telling her this for miles. My wife looks at me, and believe me, guys, if looks could kill, I would not be here tonight. Then the officer addresses my wife again and says, Madam, did you know your license plate is out of date? You need to get it renewed. I again respond to the officer. I said, Officer, I've been telling her this for months. My God, she gives me a look and tells me, shut the fuck up, Raj. The officer, absolutely stunned that this brown-colored, sober-looking lady would use such language. He looks at her and looks at me very sheepishly and says, Sir, does she always talk to you like that? I say, Officer, only when she's been drinking. And folks, after that, I've been doing my own driving. I just want to show you, I was going to a client. Here is what happened during that commute. Just have a look. Look out! Well, folks, if you think I crashed and burned, I'll see you at my funeral. Have a great evening.
Raj Kothari, congratulations, sir. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Proud of you, man.
Thank you.
Amanda?
Well, you can't crash and burn when you're that self-deprecating. So well done. I've never wished I had $100,000 lying around more. Would you take it on layaway or no? Anybody? I love that how original you were. All your own material, as far as I know. The experts may know otherwise. The visuals were amazing, great off the top, and incorporating your work and your family and your life, beautifully done. Great job.
Thank you.
Jim.
All right. First of all, hire your daughter Shruti immediately as your comedy writer.
I wish.
That was the crash and burn bit was so good, you did it twice. And I agree with Amanda, self-deprecation is definitely a great way to go. You're an accountant, and you see the humor in that. And apparently the rest of us do too, because that all went over very well, and it was all very personal, and that always works. It's very winning, and it was an enjoyable set.
Thank you.
Mr. Breslin.
Raj, the audience loved you. They loved you. And that can only mean one thing, and that is that you have more employees here tonight than the other two,
No employees.
than the other contestants.
All colleagues.
And the people who are not your employees, they loved you too. And that can only mean one thing as well, that the audience has forgiven your company for that fuck up at the Oscars. I have nothing but good things to say about the act. I thought it was great. You made me laugh. It was very personal. Both my colleagues used the word vulnerable, and you are vulnerable. It was great.
Thank you, judges. Thank you, Raj. Congratulations.